Welcome to Pursuit Bow Hunting. Today is Friday, March 7th, and I'm in northern Missouri today on some public land doing some scouting for this upcoming turkey season and looking for some deer sheds, so stay tuned. So as I mentioned in the intro, I'm in northern Missouri on public land today, and I'm basically what I'm wanting to do is the first piece I'm on, I did turkey hunt last year, and the second piece I'm going to go to, I also turkey hunted last year. So I already know there's turkeys in here. Basically what I wanted to do today is just kind of get an idea of what the fields are looking like. Have they already been tilled up? Are they overgrown? Just basically a general layout of what it's going to look like this season. And in the intro, I don't know if you could tell, but the front field, which I'm not going to hunt, is already tilled up, which is good because there's 3 different fields on this piece. One's tilled, another one's overgrown, and then the back one where the turkeys are always at is the one I'm primarily wanting to focus on. So a little tip if you're new to hunting or you're new to hunting in public lands, what I like to do is I like to do more human scouting than actual deer scouting. And what I mean by that is I like to look to see if there's still tree stands left out. Here in Missouri on public land, you have to have your stands off of public land, I believe, toward the end of January. However, people don't follow that, and they leave them out all year long. So that's the first thing I like to key in on, is how many stands I come across. Second is unfortunately, people like to pollute. They leave their trash behind. They leave their doe pee bottles behind, their buck rut bottles behind. They leave drink bottles, whatever. So I like to see, is there a lot of trash on the property? And the third I'll pay attention to, especially now, we just had snow, it's melted, so it's muddy out. So I like to see, hey, are there fresh footprints in the snow, in the mud? Have people already been out here looking for sheds, doing what I'm doing, looking for turkey sign, just deer sign all around? So that's what I like to do first, is hone in and see how much hunting pressure is on that piece of public. And then after that, I'm also taking note on last year's rut sign, looking at the trails that are getting used more than others, things like that. On the first piece I'm on, like I've mentioned, I've hunted this. I have history on this piece. I do know it does get bow hunted. However, this is a thousands of acres public land, and this little section I'm on doesn't get as much pressure as the others. So I just figured, like I mentioned, if you're new to bow hunting or you're new to hunting on public land and you're out scouting, that's what I do first, is I look at the human pressure and do human scouting before I start doing the deer scouting and really investing time on a piece of property that is overpopulated with other hunters. All right, I'm done here at spot 1. And like I mentioned, the reason why I wanted to come out here is to check the fields out more than anything. And I'm glad I did, because that backfield where the turkeys are always in is completely overgrown, and it's waist high and completely thick and nasty. So although it may make good for nesting cover, it's not going to be good for this upcoming spring. So I'm going to check this one off the list. However, as you saw in the video, there's a ton of rut activity out here, and it's completely, I mean, even from last spring when I hunted out here, and especially years ago when I bow hunted, it's completely overgrown. The only field that is tilled is this field right here, which is right at the main gate, which I'm not going to hunt at all. The turkeys, every time I've ever seen turkeys here, they don't even come to this front field. I'm not saying that they don't. It's literally next to the entrance. But this is definitely a place I'm going to keep in mind for this upcoming deer season to hunt. But yeah, we're going to be done with this spot. We're not going to turkey hunt it this year, and we're going to head on to the next spot. I'm at spot number 2, and I just got out here, and I'm probably 300 yards from the truck, and I've already come across a huge shed right here. I'm in this canary grass right here, and what I have is I have a field on this side and the field where I just came in on that side, and I've got this strip of canary grass and willows, and I was walking along and I was amazed at how much just rub sign, just deer sign in general, and slowed down, was looking around, looked over, and I saw the tine sticking up, walked over, and like I said, it is absolutely huge. I mean, look at the mass. And I'm not even, like I mentioned, 300 yards from where I parked. So what these deer are doing is they're just bedding out in this in the nighttime and getting up before the sun comes up, and then heading back into the more thicker river bottoms. But yeah, that's the biggest shed that I've ever found on public land. That's probably close to one of the biggest sheds I've ever found, period, let alone mass. So a little more about this spot is right back here is the river, and I've hunted one other time out here, and I know that the birds like to roost up along that river and eventually work their way out into this field. So I'm going to head back there, see if I can find any tracks in the field, and continue to look for sheds. But yeah, that's crazy right there. All right, I just found my second shed. I'm walking along the edge of this, looks like a turnip field, and right here, just a small little side, but I'll take it. So I'm working my way back to that corner right there, and so far I haven't come across any fresh turkey tracks, but I'm finding a ton of deer tracks in this plowed turnip field. I mean, it's still got turnip bulbs. Still got turnip bulbs in it. These deer are still coming out hammering them. So I imagine these turkeys are coming out here and eating them too, and looking for bugs at the same time. So I'm just going to keep pushing my way back there and see if I can run into any. So here's another tip for you if you're going to be hunting public land, and again, you're new to it. Look for spots like this. Basically, what I have here is just a mixture of canary grass and high stem count cover, and walking in, finding historical rubs from last year. As you saw earlier in the video, found that hang on stand that's right on the edge of the field, and all you have to do is from where he's at, walk another 200 yards, and you're in all of this swamp willow canary grass mixture. And the reason why you're going to find a lot of rubs out here is because, again, high stem count cover. These deer can move along the edge because, again, deer edge habitat type animals. They like moving along security cover. They can dive into this high stem count and be gone. So look for stuff like this. Yeah, it's nice. Those big, huge turnip fields, those are great, and you'll see deer sign all around them, but you're either just going to get does and small bucks and big bucks like this shed right here. He's not making it out there until everybody's gone, and it's nighttime when you can't even hunt them. All right, I've been walking for a while, and unfortunately I haven't seen any turkeys out in the field or picked up any of their tracks, but nevertheless, I know they're here, so I'm not that worried about it. I'm in this thick kind of overgrown cow pasture, and this is where I put a stock on a turkey last year, and I popped up here, and this field is also, looks like it was a turnip field from this past season, so keep that in mind as well. And I'm just in here walking, looking for some sheds, and came across our third one. just right here. It's just a little spike. So third one, we'll take it. I'm gonna do one little pass in here and then start working back toward the truck and probably call it a day. That's going to do it for today's video. If you could, please like and subscribe, and also go over to TikTok and give me a follow, and I'll see you on the next one.